Hi, welcome to the L.P. Fisher Public Library in Woodstock, New Brunswick. I'm Jenn Carson, and this is Alex Bragdon, and we're going to play a slow rhythm and flow class for you today, and we hope you can follow along. All you'll need is a yoga mat and a block. If you don't have a block handy, you can grab a book. We have plenty at the library you can borrow, or maybe you have one at home, and you may want to have a strap handy or a belt if you have one around, and perhaps some water in case you get thirsty. So this class is going to start standing, and so we're just going to stand in mountain pose as Alex gets ready to play some beautiful music for us, and we're going to center ourselves in our body. So stand with your feet hip width apart, and we're just going to relax our shoulders and our jaws and prepare for our class. You can start by lifting up your toes and spreading your feet nice and wide, making sure you're pressing into all four corners of your feet. Your pelvis is in a nice neutral position, and your chest is lifted. Your palms roll forward, and your chin slightly tucked. We're going to start with Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, and we're going to step back into a chaturanga or a plank position. You can always come to your knees. And we're going to lower down, keeping our elbows at the side. Inhale, flatten out your feet and look up. Exhale, lower down, curl your toes under, and push back into a down dog. Your feet are hip width apart and your fingers are spread nice and wide. We're pushing our hips back and sliding our shoulder blades down our spine. 5 deep breaths here, warming up the body. Inhale, look forward and step your feet between your hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold, and inhale, bring your hands all the way back up. And exhale, hands at your side. Prepare for the next round. We're going to go a little faster. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, plant those hands and step back. You can come to your knees if you'd like, and lower down to the floor. Inhale, look up, pull those shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths, nice and slow. Yoga is the linking of your breath with movement. Feel your breath moving your body. Inhale, look forward. Step your feet between your hands and come up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend those knees, lift up. Exhale, hands to your side, prepare. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step it back. Lowering down. Inhaling to cobra, or maybe a full up dog. Exhaling into down dog. Hold for 5. Inhale, look forward. and step or hop your feet between your hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, reach up. Exhale, hands at your side. Prepare. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Hold for 5. You can wiggle your knees here. Just get into all those tight little nooks and crannies in the body. Send your shoulder blades down your spine. Spread your fingers wide. Maybe even lift your pinky toes. Feel that inward rotation of your thighs. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet between your hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the side. Last one, prepare. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Step it back. Elbows in, lower down. Inhale, exhale, down dog. Stretch that out. Tuck the chin, keep the back of the neck nice and long. Send the heels towards the ground. Lift the pinky toes. Inward rotation of the thighs. Slide the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet between your hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend those knees, reach up. And exhale, hands to your side. We're going to start sun salutation B. If you want to take a little drink, you can. Have a little break. We're going to do 3 sun salutation B. If you don't know that one, you can just go slow and follow along. We're going to start with our knees bent down into chair pose. So everybody get into a nice chair pose, and we're going to start here. We're going to inhale, bend the knees, and scoop the arms up to chair. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into chaturanga. Lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. We're not going to hold it this time. You're going to pivot your left foot to 45 degrees and bring your right foot in between your hands. And then come up to your knee or all the way up into warrior 1. Exhale, lower down. Send that leg back to chaturanga. Inhale, little cobra or full up dog. Exhale, down dog. This time, pivot your right foot to 45. Bring your left foot forward. Warrior 1. Lower it down. Remember, you can always come to your knees. Inhaling. Exhaling. This time we're going to hold down dog for 5. Nice big breaths down in the belly. Inhale, look forward, step or hop your feet between your hands. Come up halfway, fold. And then we're going to bend our knees just like we did at the beginning and come up into chair pose. And then all the way up. You got it. So we're gonna do 2 more of those. Get yourself ready. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pivot the left foot. Bring the right one forward. Pivot the right foot. Bring the left one forward. Take your time. And hold for 5. Step yourself or hop forward. Come up halfway, fold, bend your knees, back to chair pose, and standing. Prepare for the last round. Getting warm? Here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot pivots, right foot steps. Don't worry if you mix it up. Remember, if this is hard on your shoulders, you can always come to your knee. Or open-hearted warrior. Up dog or cobra. And now down dog. Ears are in line with your arms. Fingers are spread nice and wide. You can shake your head. Keep it nice and loose. Make sure you're not holding tension in your neck. Look forward. Step or hop your feet between your hands. Come up halfway. Fold. Bend your knees and chair pose. And standing. Good. Now we're going to move into a series of standing postures. Maybe have a little drink. All right, so now we're going to move into some standing postures. We're going to start with our feet hip-width apart. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, squeezing in at the waist, nice straight back. We're going to lean down towards the ground. Take your first 2 fingers and wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, look up. Exhale, pull your elbows out to the side and fold over your knees. Inhale, look up. Now we're going to place the palms of our hands under the soles of our feet. Careful if you have any rings or watches on. Look up and fold. Beautiful. Nice big breaths.
Inhale, come back up. We're gonna take those hands out from underneath the feet, bend the knees, bring the hands to the hips, and slowly come all the way up. Go nice and slow so you don't get dizzy. Now we're gonna do the 6 essential movements of the spine. So you're gonna bring your hands up overhead and clasp your fingers together like that. We're gonna take a big inhale, exhale, turn to the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, lean to one side. Inhale back up. Lean to the other side. Inhale back up. And then we're gonna look up at the ceiling. Inhale back up. Bend your knees to protect your low back and go nice and slow and bend over. And then just let everything hang. You can hold your opposite elbows if you'd like. And then we're gonna roll back up again, nice and slow. And take those shoulders and roll them back where they belong. Scrunch them up by your ears and drop. And scrunch them up and drop. And scrunch them up and drop. Good. Now we're gonna go into triangle pose. If you have a block or a book and you want to use it, you can grab it now. We're going to step our left leg back, leaving our right foot forward. You're going to bring that block, if you want to use it, on the inside of your right foot. We want to square the hips off so they're facing forward. Hinging from the hips. We're gonna bring that right hand down to the block. So maybe it's here, maybe it's there, maybe it's just resting here for you, or maybe it's right on the floor. You do what feels good. Then we're gonna bring the left hand to our hip, and we're gonna open our chest to the side, like this. And then bring that left hand overhead, so the thumb is right over our eye. Keep pulling this right hip back so it doesn't turn to the side. We want to keep it squared off. Nice big breaths down in the belly and keep the chin tucked. Exhale, look down, and then you're going to bend your knee and step forward. Just leave the block right there, because we're going to do the other side. Step your right leg back. Square off your hips. If you feel wobbly, take your feet wider apart, and take that block next to your foot. Square off those hips. A little bend in the front knee is good. You don't want to lock your knee up. And then we're going to hinge, bringing our heart forward, and bring the left hand down to the block. Then we reach up. Maybe you bring your hand to your hip or overhead. Thumb is over the eye. Chin's tucked, back of the neck is long. Make sure to square off those hips. Pull the left hip forward. Sorry, pull the right hip forward. Pull the left hip back. And lower down. Bend your knee and step forward. Good. This time, take your block, if you have one, to the outside of your right foot. We're going to twist up our triangle. So you can take your left foot back about a leg length. You can start with your hands on your hips. And then we're going to hinge forward. And this time, take your left hand to the outside of your right foot. And take your right hand to your hip. And we're going to twist and look to the right, like this. So we're twisting up our triangle. look down, bend that front knee, and step forward. Take your block over to the other side. All right, here we go. Right leg back. Square off your hips. And look to the left. Look down, step forward. Good. You can take the block off to the side now. Maybe you want a little drink. We're going to move into a side angle pose. You're going to step your left foot back, about a leg length. Bring your front knee over your front pinky toe, just like we're doing a warrior. But you're going to bring your right arm down onto your thigh. Oh, but we're not going to lean on it. It's just like a little guide. We're just kind of hanging out here. And this hand's like a stop sign. Bring your hand to your chest, and you're going to open it up. Then reach over top, opening that chest to the sky. Scoop that hand down and around and step forward. Maybe it takes you a few steps, that's okay. Take the right leg back. Bend the front knee over the front pinky toe. And then bring this hand down just as a guide, or not leaning. And then we open the chest and reach that right arm overhead. It's like a rocket shooting up, and then we can feel it stretching all the way down to our foot. Push into the outside of your back foot to strengthen your leg. Good, and lower down, and we'll step forward. Take as many steps as you need to get there. Now we're gonna do just like we did with the triangle. We're gonna twist our side angle pose all up. So, step your left leg back. Bend the right knee. This time we're going to take that left elbow and bring it all the way over to the right side. See if you can bring your hands together and look to the right. Push into the outside of that back foot. And look down, push up, and step forward. Good. Other side. Right leg back. Bend the front knee over the front pinky toe. That elbow's coming across. Oh, bring the hands to the heart. Twist. And tuck your chin. Push into the outside of the back foot. Nice big breaths down in the belly. I know it's a little hard when your belly's constricted. Just do the best you can. And look down. And come up and step forward. Good.
All right. Now, we're gonna bring our hearts towards our knees. So you're gonna step your left leg back, but this time, not a whole leg length, just a half a one, like that. And then our hands can come to our opposite elbows or into a reverse prayer position. We're gonna bring our heart over our knee in the front. So our heart's over our right knee. We're gonna look up and fold, bring your heart to your knee.
If you want to, your drishti, your focus point, can be right down at your big toe. You can look at the big toe. Inhale, come up. You can keep your hands where they are.
Step forward and take that right foot back. Don't forget about your heart. Bring it over your knee.
Inhale, look up.
Exhale.
Inhale, look up.
And step forward. You can relax those hands. All right, let's do a balancing pose. So, we're gonna start with our feet hip width apart, and then we're gonna turn our right foot out to the side. This is called tree pose. You're gonna walk that foot up your leg. Make sure that knee points to the side. You don't want it to sneak in. Again, we're gonna take the heart over the knee. And we can stay right here. This is a perfectly good tree pose. You can feel all the little stabilizer muscles in your ankle working. If you'd like more of a challenge, take your foot to your calf. Don't let that knee sneak in though. Maybe you wanna go even higher. Take it all the way up your thigh. Don't go by your knee. There's too much cartilage and ligament there. You can keep your hands at your heart or lift them up, 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 up. Maybe even open them up. Lower the hands. Woo. And lower the foot. Good. Shake that out. Don't worry if you were wobbly. Trees sway in the breeze. All right, we're gonna do the other side. So turn that left foot out. And you're gonna walk it up, 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 up. Stretch out those toes. And bring the hand to the heart and make sure that knee doesn't sneak in. So you got a little twist happening in your belly. Relax your shoulders. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, bring your foot to your calf. You don't have to, you can stay on the floor. These are just options. Maybe you want to go all the way up. Don't go on the knee, go above the knee. Keep that knee to the side. Maybe you want your hands right here. Maybe you want to bring them up. Maybe you want to open them. Reach through the pinkies. Woo! Maybe you even want to try closing one eye. Closing both eyes. That's really hard. Or you can look up at the sky. Or look down at the ground. Or look at something that's not moving. You should be having fun with your yoga. Don't be so serious. And lower your hands. And lower your foot. Good. We're gonna make our way to the floor with the vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant those hands and step back. Hold it here for a second. Slide those shoulder blades down the spine. Lower down. Inhale, cobra or a full up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stretch that out. Then we're gonna bend our knees, cross our ankles, and come down and prepare to do some work on the floor. All right, so we're gonna go through some floor poses now. And so we're gonna sit with our feet in front of us. If you happen to have a blanket handy, you can use that, or you can roll up the edge of your mat. But I find it helpful to sit on just a little perch. And then it helps tip your pelvis forward and it makes it easier to do a forward bend. So once you've got yourself sitting up on a little ledge, then you can bring your hands down beside your hips. We're gonna do staff pose. So we push into the floor, we tuck our chin, and we bring our feet towards us, especially those pinky toes. And as you do that, you'll feel an inward rotation of your thighs. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Nice big breaths. Good, and then we're gonna lift our hands up, hinging from the waist, bring your hands forward. And if your feet seem really far away and you have a strap or a belt you can use, you can just throw that around the bottom of your feet and hold on to it. Or if you can reach your ankles, you can hold those, or your big toes, or the side of your feet, whatever works for you. We bring the arms out to the side and we want to bring our heart down towards our knees. The chin is tucked so the back of the neck is nice and long. Nice big breaths down into the belly. Good. Inhale, come up. And we're going to place our hands back beside our hips, but this time we're going to flatten our feet and lift our bums up and make like a tabletop with our bellies in the air. You can send your head back if that feels okay. Lower back down. We're gonna straighten the left leg and bring the right leg in. Then we're gonna take our heart over our knee. This looks familiar. It's just like tree pose, but on the floor. And then we're gonna reach towards our foot. If your foot seems really far away, you can use a strap. Whoops. And we bring the heart towards the knee. And if you don't have a strap, you can hold onto your ankle or your foot. You can even reach to the outside of your foot, and that gives you even more leverage to get that heart down there. Tuck your chin. Nice big breaths. And come back up, and we'll do the other side. So you're gonna straighten that right leg and bring the left foot in.
Sit up nice and tall. Bring our heart over our knee, and then we're gonna lean down using your strap if you want, or holding on to whatever you can reach. Come back up. And then we're going to take our feet together in Baddha Konasana, which you might call butterfly pose or cobbler's pose. And we want to try and open those feet like a book. Yours might be a really stiff book, and that's okay. We just open it up and we bring the feet in as close as we can. And now if your knees are way up here, you want to keep your arms on the inside. And as you lean forward, you're going to use those arms like leverage to push your legs apart. If your hips are already pretty open like mine, you can bring your elbows out and you're going to get more of a stretch into your adductors. Just be careful not to put too much pressure on your knees. Tuck the chin, keep the back of the neck nice and long. Good, and come up, leading with the heart. And now we're gonna straighten out that left leg and bring the right foot in towards the sit bones, but leave a hand width in between your foot and your leg. We're gonna take that left hand around the right knee, take your right hand behind you, sit up nice and tall, big inhale, and look over your right shoulder. A nice twist into the thoracic spine here. And come back to center. And we're going to straighten the right leg. Bring the left leg in. Make sure you leave a nice space in between. Take the right hand around, take the left arm behind you, sit up nice and tall, and look over your left shoulder this time. Good, come back to center. We're gonna take our legs wide apart. Sit up on your little perch or blanket or whatever you got back there. Bring your toes towards you, and we're gonna walk our fingers forward. Don't worry, you don't have to go very far. You wanna keep your back nice and straight, and we're just bringing our heart down towards the floor. This is gonna give you a nice stretch in these adductor muscles. Nice big breaths down in the belly. Only do what feels good for your body. Don't push it. You should not have sharp shooting pain. Just, ooh, that's juicy. That kind of pain. Less pain, more stretchy sensation. Good, come back up. You're gonna tuck that right foot behind you. Bring your left hand behind your left thigh and reach your right arm up overhead. Lower back down. Undo that right leg. And we'll switch sides. Take your left foot behind you. Plant your right hand, lift up,
and lower down. Good. Bring those legs back together and let's just windshield wiper those knees out. And drop them all the way to the right and look behind you. And drop them to the left and look behind you. Good. Now we're going to come down onto the floor and do some baby bridges to warm up our backs before we do a big stretch. So hands down beside the hips. We're going to push into the floor with our feet, lift our hips and lift our arms overhead. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time, if you have a block, we're going to put it underneath us and do a supported bridge. So you're going to lift your bum and slide the block under there. And you can just hang out. If you don't have a block, you can just keep your bum lifted in the air. If you have a block and you want, you can straighten out your legs. That gives you a nice stretch here through the psoas. And then we're going to bring these feet back in if they're out long. Push into the floor, move that block out of the way, and slowly lower down. Bring the knees into the chest and rock from side to side. And then we're going to roll ourselves back up into a seated position. Bring your hands back beside your hips, and we're going to push into the floor and lift our bums up. It's called upludi, uplifting pose. If you can't lift your bum up, that's okay. Just try. Good. And now we're going to go down onto the floor for our last pose, which is called Shavasana. And it's corpse pose because we're just like dead. We have a nice time to relax. So if you think you might get cold, you can wrap yourself up with a blanket or a sweater. If you want to turn the lights off and dim those, you can do that. And we're going to come down and relax into Shavasana. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Give your fingers a little wiggle, your toes a little wiggle. Relax everything. Nice deep breaths down in the belly. We slowly come out of deep relaxation by wiggling our fingers and our toes. You can open and close your jaw, wiggle your nose. If you are still on the ground, you can stay all curled up in a little ball if you'd like. And then eventually you can roll up into a seated position like I am, but you don't have to sit like me. You can sit in whatever seated position you want. Take a moment to just center yourself and notice if you felt any quietening down during the class, if you feel a little different now than when you first began. We'll bring our hands to heart center. I'm going to do an Om Shanti chant, which just means peace in Sanskrit, and then we'll say Namaste. And Namaste just means my soul salutes your soul, or all the good in me says hello to all the good in you. So we'll bring our hands to heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. May we have peace, peace, peace. Bring your hands to your forehead, bow to your higher self first, and Namaste. And Namaste. Thank you for joining us for Yoga in the Library. I'm Jenn Carson, the Library Director at the L.P. Fisher Public Library in Woodstock, and this is musician Alex Bragdon. Thank you for joining us for our Rhythm and Flow.